Hi there and welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is SaveWithCrypto and today I'm going to talk about Crypto.com. Why do I talk about Crypto.com all the time? Well, a couple of reasons. Well, maybe a few reasons actually. One is I've got quite a bit of it and I quite like it. I do use their service. I use the Crypto.com app. I use the Crypto.com card. I've got one of the rose gold cards, so I get money back on everything I spend, and I get CRO back the moment I spend it, and that is great. You don't have to wait any time. Even things like ByBit, with the ByBit card, you have to kind of wait a few days before they credit it to you, but with CRO you just get it straight away, so that's really cool. Also, it kind of is fun to trade with our indicator called Quadzilla. If you want to get that, by the way, go to savewithcrypto.org/QZ. Now, another point is there aren't that many YouTube channels that talk about CRO. There are a few that I like. Coin Baron, he's a Dutch guy. Big shout out to him. He does like regular content about CRO and pretty much nothing else really. He's always talking about much higher levels, like $1, $1.50, that kind of thing. Which is fair enough because I think it probably will go there one day. I mean, at the moment it's just 20 cents, but it has been at $1, I think, before, or very near there. So there's no reason why it can't go back there again. Then there's other channels, like there's a guy called Black Sea. He's always talking about higher levels as well. And so is a guy called Crypto Kip, I think his name is. But that's about it. There's not really that many people doing CRO content on YouTube. But do check out their channels because it's all good stuff, and it's all very, very good if you want to feel kind of bullish and optimistic about it. The problem is it's really hard for people to feel bullish and optimistic, when we have like the nice pump that we had the other week, where it shot up to pretty much 40 cents, and then in the next few weeks it kind of retraces like pretty much 50%. But to be honest, that's to be expected. This was a news pump. This was because it was rumoured that Trump was going to do something to do with Crypto.com, so up the price went, and since then people have probably been selling off. Either people who bought down here, made a lovely profit, and then took some profit, so the price came down, or people just panicking out of the market because they think it's going to go back to zero. Now, of course, the thing to do is, if in doubt, zoom out. So you can see back here in 2021, the price did go up to, it was about 92 cents. So it's quite feasible we can get back above this level and go beyond anyway. If we put on our indicator Quadzilla, you can see here that the yellow 21 EMA and the green 55 EMA, they crossed bullish in July this year, and the price has been going up ever since. And we've got these in the right order. The red 5 EMA is above the 9 cyan EMA, so they're going red, cyan, yellow, green, which means we're in a trend to the upside. It could come down a little bit like what it did here, but for the moment, while the yellow is still above the green, I'm still bullish. If we were to take this off for a moment and put it on the monthly chart, you can see some levels of interest kind of here, there, and I suppose there as well. If we want to go a bit lower, I would say that level there looks quite interesting, but not much below that, not much below 15.4 cents. Let's mark in that one as well. So we've got a few levels there that might be important. Now, the thing that interested me this morning, because I was aware that it crashed a bit last night, as did most other cryptos. So I normally kind of wake up in the morning, look at it on the 5-minute time frame, and I look at the state of the yellow and green EMAs. Now, what the situation here was, it was about 7 o'clock this morning when I decided to enter a trade because the yellow and green EMA had crossed bullish, so the yellow was above the green on the 5-minute time frame, and that's normally quite good to see a fairly instant pump. Now, as it went up, Quadzilla drew in this retracement line here to about 19.6 cents. So I kind of knew at that point the price would go up, and at some point it will come back to here. So I thought that's probably quite good for a little scalp. So I did that on Blofin here, just a really small trade. I'm only playing with $177. But, you know, we're 10% up, $18 in profit. That's all right. I'm happy with that. I've pushed the stop loss into profit, so it's a risk-free trade anyway. So we'll see what happens going up. But I am expecting it to retrace to here at some point. So an obvious level to look at could be this one up here, drawn in by Quadzilla, or that monthly one that I've just put in there at about 20.8 cents. If we want to go down to a faster time frame like the 3 minute, there is this level here at 20.3 cents, or even the 1 minute does kind of show this one here at 20.5. So it looks like we should have a bit of a retracement fairly soon. But what I'd really like to see is maybe these EMAs to sort themselves out. So you can see here the red one, which kind of leads the way. This one is starting to go above the yellow, and consequently we've got this shaded area done by Quadzilla between the cyan and the yellow EMA. So it looks like they might converge soon. If so, we should get a little bit more of a push, and I would expect we'd probably go to this level, possibly go up to this monthly level I just drew, and then come back. Okay, so about an hour has passed since that last part of the video, and yeah, indeed the cyan and the yellow did cross, so that's good. So we're getting there, aren't we? We really need this yellow to get above that green, but I don't think it's going to happen just yet. So I think the best thing to do is if I set a take profit at pretty much 0.208. So let's do that. So this is looking quite good so far. I might just get this thing and I'll use that for the thumbnail for this video. That'll be quite good fun. And I'm going to set a close at 0.208. Okay, and I'm going to close. I'm going to close the entire position because it's really tiny anyway. And then what I'll do is when it goes back down to that retracement level, I'll just do it all over again and just keep doing that and compounding the gains. And that's how you can make quite a lot of money, even when you're starting off with a really low amount, like $177. So let's go close long. Okay, so that's a level we're looking for there. I think as well I might push the stop loss up a little bit more now. Although it is worth noting that we now have this retracement level here as well at 0.20154. So as well as the price going here, probably overshooting, then coming back, we might only come down to about that level there at 0.20154. So there you go. That's what I'm looking for with CRO. Meanwhile, I must say that Bitcoin has been behaving brilliantly. We had this retracement level drawn in here from Saturday, so that was at 121,800. So we knew that when we were up here at 126, we were definitely going to come back down here, and that's exactly what did happen, and we're on the way back up again now. So you see the power of Quadzilla. It's just amazing. So do check it out, savewithcrypto.org/QZ. Now, if you've got any questions about any of this, please do come along to the live stream that we're doing this afternoon. That's me and Maff. We're going to be here talking about Quadzilla, talking about the markets. We're going to do live TA on anything you fancy, and yeah, I'll leave a link in the description so you can come along this afternoon. It's 4:30 UK time, so that's 3:30 PM UTC, so whatever that is in your area. Okay. Any questions, leave them in the comments down below, or just say hello. And do remember to give the video a really big fat like. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you've got the notifications set on all. And above all, come to the live stream this afternoon, get Quadzilla, and above all, tell your friends.
Save with Crypto has to be one of the best YouTube channels that the United States has ever seen. Kamala Harris is not a subscriber, but I am. I have notifications set to all as well. I'd strongly suggest you subscribe to Save with Crypto today. Above all, you should tell your friends.
Save with Crypto is not a financial advisor. He just makes ice cream on the internet. If you cannot find someone to do your own research, you must do it yourself, just like I did not.